What's up, sports fans? It's your man D back. Speak your mind, sports talk. That's right, we're on the move today. Wanted to take a little walk for the NBA prediction and odds show. We're gonna get back to the house in a minute. But anyway, 2 games: Toronto Raptors, Boston Celtics, the LA Clippers, Denver Nuggets. Y'all know what time it is. So Gideon in the building, salute. He said, I got the Raps to bounce back tonight. I think the Clips will show their veteran experience and take down the Nuggets. So I would love to see, I would love to see Beard play the Joker with WFC. With King James and AD. Yeah, look, man. That Rocket series, man, that thing is almost like a wash to me. Jordan Cipriani in the building. He said, what up, D Jeff? RIP OKC. Great game. But yeah, man, it was. Chopstick. They keep arguing over Devin Haney. I had to leave from I had to do something else. I had to run to the store right quick. Let me get a wood chip sweet, bro. And then yeah. That Devin Haney nonsense. I don't know. You know Punch Drunk was gonna get it started with that chopstick. So I sent Gun Rice the link. Maybe he'll jump in here. Thanks, bro. Jump in here in a minute. All right, I had to get out of that store, guys. That dude in there talking loud as hell. But anyway, Toronto Raptors, Boston Celtics. So the Toronto Raptors actually opened up, guys, at -1. The current is -2.5. That's the current in this game. So here's the thing, man. Raptors are down 2-0. Very surprising. You know, I picked Boston to beat the first game. I knew that there was a chance that they could get them in trouble in the second game. But I was thinking that Toronto, may come alive, tie the series up 1-1. But I'm not going to count Toronto out. I do know this. If they go down 3-0, the Boston Celtics is not the team that they're going to be able to bounce back from. Not from a 3-0 deficit. So it's almost like their series is on the line here. Right now, not too much need to go into the statistics of the thing, because here's the thing. The Boston Celtics during the season, during the bubble, they've been beating the Raptors more. I mean, it's just that simple. I said it, when they played the first game, it's almost as if the Boston Celtics has the Toronto Raptors number. See? So, I think the Raptors are, look, this team can beat anybody on the East. They can beat the Bucks. They can beat the Heat. They've already beaten the Heat. And they can beat the Celtics. But they need to step up. They definitely going to have to step up tonight. I expect Kyle Lowry and Van Fleet to have a performance tonight. What they really need is for Pascal Siakam to step up and be that superstar that he's supposed to be. But if you guys pay attention, Fred Van Fleet and Kyle Lowry in these first 2 games, they haven't really had very strong play. And that's not going to be consistent. These guys are going to come alive. The Toronto Raptors defense, the team that we used to see, we haven't really gotten a glimpse of that yet. Well, we're going to get that tonight. And I think G Money said he's going with the Raptors. He said, there we go. He said, I got the Raps to bounce back tonight. I think the Clips will show off their veteran experience to take down the Nuggets. Yeah, I'm going to get to that game next. But I agree with you, G Money. I think the Raps do bounce back tonight, too. The Boston Celtics, those guys out there, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, they're giving Clippers hell. The size, it's a size difficulty, size mismatch up. Not the Clippers, the Raptors. They're giving the Raptors hell, right? And so that's going to be a difficult matchup the whole series. and it's part of the reason why the Boston Celtics, has their number. But at the same time, man, we haven't seen what we know we have coming from Fred VanVleet, from Kyle Lowry, like these really big games. We know we have that coming, right? We just haven't seen that yet. So, with that being said, tonight's the night. Raptors take this one, guys. I have I sent gun rights damn, sent gun rights invite, see if he comes in. But I got the Raptors taking this, guys. I go over that 217. The totals on this game is 217. So I go over that totals. I got the Raptors taking this. And take them by their points is 2.5, 3 points. I feel like they, do their thing tonight and lay a stake in this game. They can't go down. I just know that they can't go down 3-0. And with that desperate situation, and every game, if you guys think about this, every game they needed a player to step up. Kyle Lowry stepped up, and we haven't seen him. And this is detrimental. They have to win this game. So when you think about it that way, we're going to see Kyle Lowry. We're going to see VanVleet tonight. Or essentially the Raptors are finished. They're pretty much finished. So I would pick the Raptors. Again, I don't want to really dig into the statistics on that too much. I just think that they really need to win this game. And they're going to come out, all guns are blazing, firing off. And I believe it's going to go over that 217 because Boston have been playing well. They're going to have to put up more points to them, lock them down on defense. But Boston are going to get their points up because they've been, again, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum have been giving those defenders hell. And that's going to continue. So they're going to get their points up. But again, Fred VanVleet and Kyle Lowry, who haven't been performing the greatest right now, they're going to come alive in this game. And that's what I'm expecting to see for the Raptors versus the Boston Celtics. So the Raptors take one. Over is my opinion on that, on those numbers. Chopstick said Jason Tatum is a superstar. Duke bias. Well, he's on his way, man. I tell you that. He keeps playing with the way he's playing and improving. He will be. Gideon said Boston is moving the rock and they're getting high percentage shots. Toronto is playing too much ISO and they're playing stagnant. Well, yeah, and they're their shots off. Sometimes they running a little cold. Some of their main guys has a lot to do with Boston is trying to make their third EFC Eastern Conference final in the fourth season. Yeah, man, Boston looking good. Toronto needs to show their championship pedigree and space out. They also need spicy. Well, that's what I'm. Look, if any coach we could give, in my opinion, if there's any coach that we could give credit to for being able to adjust, it's Nick Nurse. He's done a terrific job with the Toronto Raptors. And I actually expect to see some of those adjustments to not Alistair, Gideon. Okay. And pace. They're gonna have to impose their pace. And again, Nick Nurse is going to make the adjustments to get that done. Going to spread that floor. They're definitely going to spread that floor because, yeah, I just got Anobi, VanVleet, Kyle Lowry. I got them hitting, from the 3-point line tonight. Pascal Siakam, they're going to need him to come alive. That's for sure. Let's see. Man, where is this? Waiting on somebody, but they're not here. See what you're talking about. Boston needs to put Toronto away early. Toronto is well coached and they have experience. Yeah, they do. But it's going to be hard for Boston to just put them away. Boston has to continue to get high percentage shots and continue to hit their 3-point shots. Yeah, well, every team want to do that. But let's move on real quick, guys, to the next game, the Clippers game 1. The Los Angeles Clippers and the Dallas Mavericks. Now, guys, first and foremost, the Dallas Mavericks just came off of that Game 7 with the Utah Jazz. So we immediately have to consider the energy. Dallas, I mean, not Dallas, the Clippers have had, a little time to kick back. And the Denver Nuggets, like I said, they just came off of Game 7. Jamal Murray got clipped in the leg, which I think this is significant. Jamal Murray got clipped in the leg by Joe Ingles in this last game. And, I was sitting there on the live kind of going off. I felt like Joe Ingles extended that leg out there and kind of aimed for that Jamal Murray injury. And, of course, you can't prove that. There's no way to prove that. But I was kind of hot behind that because it looked like Joe Ingles did that intentionally. But with that being said, Jamal Murray wasn't the same after that game. So hopefully Jamal Murray's okay and he doesn't have too much difficulty with that injury because, remember, guys, they're just getting him back. But there's a fine line between a team being beaten down and a team being in offensive rhythm. A team that's been off for a couple of games and a team that still has some things they need to do to find themselves. This game opened up at -5. We had a big shift. It opened up at -5.5. Now it's a -9 in the favor of the Clippers, right? So here's what I think, guys. I really think this first game is going to be an upset. That fine line I'm talking about, I think that's going to favor Denver. And we're going to find out because there are some holes. One thing that's important, though, Patrick Beverley will be back tonight, and that's huge, and he's been well rested. But you got Kawhi Leonard's situation. You got Paul George, shoulder situation. And even though Denver has been playing those guys, they still have their issues as far as being on the court. I'm pretty sure that they're going to watch Kawhi Leonard's minutes in this first game because this first game is more important for Denver. Kawhi Leonard's not going to play very high minutes, in my opinion, in this first game. Maybe 35 minutes tops. But, all right, look, I would take the Clippers on the money line. Like, let's be honest. We got to expect the Clippers to win this. But I'm also going to put it in the ticket to take the Denver Nuggets by the points and go under because 9 points is a lot, even for the Clippers. 9 points is a lot. And a lot of times the Clippers fell short covering that spread. When they get up to 9 or 10 points, they fall short of covering that spread. So I think that the Denver Nuggets are going to upset them. Now, the bet, guys, and I'm telling you, I can guarantee you that Gun Rights would tell us to take the Clippers on the money line. So that's the bet to take. Clippers on the money line, and I'm going under that 222.5. That's the totals. So I will go under the 222.5, and I would take Clippers on the money line. Okay? That's the bet that I'm sure Gun Rights would tell us. Only Clippers on the money line. Not that he doesn't really mess with the overs. But I'm taking a chance here. My play is the Denver Nuggets by the points. I really expect them to, you could bet some big money and go with Denver Nuggets on the money line because I think they're plus 325 or something. But I'm going to take Denver by the points, and I'm going to go under on this. I think Denver gets the upset in this game. First game out, Denver gets the upset. It's not like a Orlando Magic situation. Denver's a much better team than Orlando Magic. However, the Clippers are a much better defensive team than the Utah Jazz. So Denver's going to be facing some difficulties too. I just think Denver's going to come in and punch them in the mouth. Now, remember, guys, the last time I told you guys this was the Lakers and the Portland Trailblazers. No one expected them to get punched like that. And Portland came and did it. My play is Denver by the points, under on the totals. And that's how I got it tonight. Harris roll. I said Nuggets should be tied. Clippers roll. Nope. I don't know. Well, that's the consensus right now. that is the consensus that that's how it's going to go. But I'm just not too sure. Not too sure, Eric. But that's why you should take the under and Clippers on the money line. That's the safe bet. That's the gun rights bet, guys. I'm telling you. I know he couldn't make it today, but I'm telling you right now, that's the gun rights bet. The Clippers on the money line. All right, Clippers on the money line. Under. I'm just taking the points. Denver by the points. 9 is good. I still think that that's a good bet, whether Denver wins or not, because 9, that's pretty risky. And like I said, the Clippers haven't been covering that. They haven't been covering that. When it gets up to 9 or 10, they're not doing the best job of covering those points. So, you know, you might want to think about that. I can't put the bets in and show y'all right now, which y'all know I'm gonna put them in, but I can't put them in and show y'all right now because I'm out and about. But this is gonna be the ticket, guys. The 3 parlay ticket is gonna be Toronto on the points, Toronto to cover the spread and go over in that game, and then take the Clippers on the money line. That's the 3 ticket parlay right there. Toronto with the overs and Clippers on the money line. So that's our ticket for the day. All right. And again, I can't put it in right now because I'm outside waiting on somebody. I'm actually at Target. G Money says, I think if Denver can win tonight, they could extend the series to 7, possibly upset them. Denver is trying to make the Western Conference Finals for the first time. Well, G Money, if you remember, I don't know if you do or not, but I picked Denver as a dark horse team. Denver on the West and the Miami Heat on the East. So I believe they do have a chance, but I would have to see where we sit at game 3. I wouldn't give this win. I wouldn't say that they could take it to 7 because I could see them winning game 1 and the Clippers coming back winning 2 straight. You know what I mean? And then they find themselves in trouble. So hell, I could see them winning game 1 and the Clippers coming back winning 3 straight, which means we probably not get to. So let's get to like the 3rd game. And of course, before I don't know. I will be able to tell by the 3rd game if Denver gonna make some noise in this series or if they're gonna be eliminated. Tonight will give us some answers on some things, G Money. I tell you that. Said LA Clippers trying to reach the Western Conference in their franchise history. Yeah. Denver needs to feed Jokic down low and space open like Murray. I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. I think they need to work Porter Jr. and Jeremy Grant down low. Jokic needs to play the area he generally plays. I think they need to play that game plan. I'm not sure if they need to work Joker down low. Patrick Beverly with those fast hands down in there, man, and Montrezl Harrell is also good at getting in there and smacking the ball away, G Money, because of the length of his arms, right? So you got a lot of guys that's good with swiping in that ball down there. I think Jokic out there 17 foot from the basket with his arms held high, throwing those passes. I think that's the best place for him to be. I don't think that they should change him, move him out of position. So LA Clippers need point guards to be consistent, continue to have bench production. Yeah, for sure. But as well as, that goes for Denver too, to be honest. I got LA Clippers in 6, but Denver does have size, versatility, and depth, serious depth. But the Clippers got depth too. So both of these teams are pretty deep, man. Nash, yeah, for the Brooklyn Nets. Big news. Toronto over the Clippers. You said Toronto over Clippers money line. Yeah, that's right, Jordan. That's right. Take Toronto. You can take them either way on the points or the money line, but take Toronto and over Clippers on the money line. That's the 3 parlay ticket. Thank you, Jordan, for bringing that back around. See, I do remember, D. You think Denver was Western Conference? Yep. Yep, I sure did. And I've been saying that since last year. So we'll see. We will see tonight, though, G Money. Chain with Ice in the building. What's up with you, man? He said, I know LA Clippers is a better team, but I would be disappointed if Denver loses in the second round for the second. Yeah, I mean, it would be disappointing to them, but I mean, it's a great possibility because they're going up against that Clippers team. So I think they had a hard job either way, wherever they landed at, G Money, if you think about it, because it's pretty much would have been the Clippers or the Lakers. And either way, it's really a hard battle. So I meant to say, LA Clippers is trying to get to the Western Conference Final for the first time in their franchise history. They can close in 2015 but choked 3-1. Disadvantage to Houston. Yeah. Last time Toronto didn't have Danny Green and Kawhi Leonard, they were swept by K Love and Bron. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. But that was a different Toronto team, you know. And they were intimidated by the Cleveland Cavaliers then. You know, I think that had a lot to do with that. But yeah, guys, short show today. I'm gonna do the late game. But Lewis has some things to catch up with, so it's just gonna be the late game on Speak Your Mind Sports Talk tonight. But we still got basketball. We're gonna have a live tonight. So y'all come check it out tonight. We're going to do game one, Denver Nuggets, LA Clippers. Have some fun with that. I expect the Toronto-Boston game. Toronto needs that game, man. I'm not really much interested in having to do the commentary for it because if they don't win that game, I'm not sure if it even matters with the rest of that series because I can't see them running the table four games straight. That's what they're going to need to get out of that series, 4 games straight. So I don't see that happening. So, all right, guys. This was a short one today. Like I said, both of my partners they're busy today. So Gun Rights really couldn't get through today. And Lewis Sports Network, he has some things to take care of tonight. So I'll be doing the game tonight alone. Well, we got the basketball. We got the prediction show. We ain't going to stop. I appreciate you guys for coming through. And y'all know how I always end this thing. For the love of sports, let's talk about it. Peace.